Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to BarTALK by the Nerd Vector. My name is In Grimy Song, and I have my partner in crime, Shay Cahill. Cahill. Yes, I said your name twice again.
Hi, everybody. It's the name so nice you have to say it twice.
Yeah, well, you're a little sexy.
Oh, yeah. I can't help it. I was born this way.
Yeah, unfortunately. I gotta deal with your antics.
Yeah, you're stuck with me.
Yeah. But how you doing, Shay? I haven't seen you in a whole 2 weeks.
Yeah, jeepers. I mean, work's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just it's work, home, make a cocktail, watch a movie. Like, that's where I'm at right now.
That doesn't sound half bad, honestly.
It actually has not been too bad. And I've actually been able to get home earlier lately.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I started my new job. Today was like my first official day at the job.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's going pretty well.
Good.
Too early to tell, though.
So you haven't burned anything down yet?
No. They don't have any fryers. You can't put the dry ice into the fryer to burn everything down.
Oh, we actually almost burned down the place the other day with the smoke machine.
The laser tag one?
Yep. We were probably a hair's breadth away from the entire kitchen going off.
Oh, the suppression system.
Yeah, surprisingly, it took us way too long to figure out where it was coming from. And it was like 2 hours of smoke pouring into the building before I opened that door, and we all went, oh dear God. And it was a lot of ladders and us standing up trying to suppress the fire systems. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, that machine is really bad.
It was cranked up to 10 and left on overnight.
Oh, yeah. It's like hotboxing.
Yep.
But without the good stuff.
Oh, God. Peeking the mic on that one. Yeah, it was like the worst case of hotboxing.
Well, what else did you do?
Oh, well, let's see. I caught up on the Bad Batch.
So did I. Yeah. Episode 4 was the most recent one, and 5 is this week?
Yes. What are you thinking so far?
It started strong. It's kinda...
It got weaker, didn't it?
Yeah, that's my general consensus right now.
Yep. Like, they're trying to set up this life with them and the girl whose name I can't remember.
Omega.
Or Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Omega or Omega, whatever. She pronounces it Omega, so I'm going to say Omega.
Yeah, it was, there were 2 episodes back to back of like, well, you're part of the team now. And I was like, I don't care. Give me a story.
Yeah, there's nothing right now.
Yep.
It's I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a filler episode for no reason.
Yep. But it was like 2.5 filler episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have time to redeem themselves. I'm not going to write it off completely yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're like gonna build up to something great. And they did bring in
Right.
I'm blanking on her name, but the bounty hunter from the Mandalorian.
Fennec.
Yeah, Fennec.
Yeah.
Robot stomach.
Yeah, but the Mandalorian... Oh, wait. Yeah, Mandalorian's after this, though, in the timeline. So
Yep.
she doesn't have a robot stomach yet, right?
Yep, this is like technically in the timeline our first introduction to her.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they do with that. Did you see the Eternals trailer?
I did. I actually watched it this morning. And
It doesn't reveal anything, but it's kind of cool to see all of them in action a little bit.
And there were some interesting points. I don't know a ton about the Eternals. I know the basics. They were created from, like, it was the Celestials experimenting on primates on Earth that created humans, Eternals, and Deviants. That's what they're called. Which Thanos himself was like an Eternal with deviant genes.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go that route in these movies, but um that's the basic concept. And it's kind of similar to DC characters of like the new gods. Like I mean Thanos and Darkseid are almost the same character. Darkseid was of the new gods. So similar concept there.
Okay.
Yeah,
You did some research.
yeah, maybe a little. I'm curious to see how they go with this because in the trailer they mention oh god, what's her name? The one that she's kind of like the little girl Loki figure. Um anyway, it doesn't matter.
Mm,
She
yeah.
mentions that like, well, now that Tony and Captain Rogers are gone, who do you think's going to lead the Avengers? And Icarus, their leader, I believe that's his name. Um he's like, "Well, I could do it." And they all laugh. And it's like, but it brings up the question, during all this like serious Thanos shit, where were these guys? Why didn't they get involved?
Because they didn't want to.
I mean, if you were snapping out of half of existence, couldn't that mean that half of them might have been snapped in that too?
They could be above the powers of the stones. Probably not.
That did occur to me actually, like thinking about it, like
Hmm.
maybe they were above the abilities, but in past Eternal stories, I know that they've erased their pasts for periods of time.
Right,
So they
right.
don't remember that they're Eternals for like, like a chunk of a lifetime,
Mm.
but then their
Look,
memories are brought back.
look, even if the movie is bad, there'll be a lot of eye candy.
Mm.
A lot of eye candy.
What do you think in it? Angelina Jolie?
Salma Hayek?
Selma Hayek?
Hayek. Yes. I've always had a crush on her.
I'm gonna have to look her up again. Though I'll never know how to spell the name.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean,
Oh, yep, no. Yep.
yep,
Uh-huh.
yep.
Yep. Since my childhood. Yep, I'm having all the
Yep,
flashbacks now.
yep.
All right.
Uh-huh. Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. I'm remembering being 13. Uh-huh.
Well, I think that's enough catching up. You want to get into the actual topic of the day?
Sure, we can you want to start with the drink today?
Yeah, I mean we watched Army of the Dead this weekend because it came out last Friday, I
Yep.
believe. And we have two drinks. I know you only made one of them right now, but they're inspired by the movie.
Yep. One was meant to be bloody and one was meant to be radioactive, but I got lazy and tired and I took a nap tonight. So I only made one drink.
You lazy bum, you.
Yeah, I also didn't have pomegranate juice for the second drink and I didn't realize it.
I will reiterate, lazy bum. But you made the radioactive one, right?
Yeah, the nuclear tequila sour that you suggested.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in how it tastes.
Yeah, I actually haven't tasted it yet. It's melon liqueur, tequila, sour mix, tonic, and it didn't call for this in the recipe you sent me, but I added in a splash of lime juice too. And it is like glow in the dark green.
Do you have a black light? Because the tonic should make that glow in the
I
dark under
don't
black light.
actually. Like, funny
Mm.
enough, I have red lights. I thought I had black lights, but
The hell does red lights do?
it was just a fun, stupid, gimmicky thing I grabbed at one point. I don't know.
What the hell is a red light?
I don't know. You go to ShopRite one day, and for some reason, they sell green, red, and blue LED lights now.
Oh, they're just LEDs.
Yep. No, they're
Are
straight
you
up,
trying to
right?
make
They're straight up just full size LED light bulbs that you just see those on the shelf, and it's like, I could grab a color.
Did you also get a round bed and some mirrors on your ceiling?
Not yet. I'm working on it. It's going with the hot tub I'm planning on putting in the corner in my tiny little, like, barely functioning bedroom.
Are you putting shag carpet on the floor?
I already have that. Who are you talking to?
Invite me over after you get that project finished, okay?
Yeah, it's great. Just rub your feet on the carpet. It's orgasmic.
So taste it, man. I'm curious.
Yeah, I've been holding off for a while. My ice is starting to melt.
Yeah, I mean, I remember tonic glows under black light, so that's kind of what gave me the inspiration for the radioactive. But
Mm, that's super good, actually.
is it? The tonic's salty, so I didn't know how it would mix with the other flavors.
Well, I can't say overall, in terms of like how it would be different versus seltzer at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know, the splash of lime juice really goes along well with that. Like if you're doing a gin and tonic, you would usually use a little lime juice with it.
True. Yeah, with the garnish it with the wedge or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Um, no, and the melon, I mean, I just have cheap melon liqueur in my house, but I actually never thought of doing like tequila and melon. Like I could do margaritas with this.
Yeah,
This is
I mean,
interesting.
Midori is it's kind of like the premier
Mm-hmm.
melon liqueur. It's Japanese. It's featured in a lot of things, and it has that like really nice green color to it that you really can't duplicate. So,
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, my stuff's cheap, but this is really good.
mm,
You and I both had the melon liqueur that I have in my house, and sometimes it leaves a bad aftertaste, but with this combo, I'm not getting that aftertaste.
yeah, so it covers it up a little bit, huh?
Yeah,
So it has to be better if we actually put Midori in it.
yeah. Which I really want to get my hands on some Midori. Like, I love like pretty much anything Japanese. I'm a big weeb.
You are. You definitely are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next time you go replenish our supplies for all these stupid concoctions, let me know how much it costs and I'll Venmo you some money.
I got you.
Mm.
All right. So back to Army of the Dead.
Oh,
All right. What did you think? You started off because you watched it before me.
hold on. Sheldon's yelling at me.
Oh, hi Sheldon.
I think he feels the same way about the movie that I do.
Did he watch it with you?
Kinda. He was kind of cuddling with me while we were watching it, but
Yeah, Billy did the same thing to me,
mm,
but I'm pretty sure he turned around on the couch at one point and just ignored everything.
look, I was very excited for the movie. Zack Snyder,
Yep.
right? He, Dawn of the Dead, the remake in 2004,
Yep.
the first fast zombies, he kind of redefined modern zombie movies. David Bautista, you know, he's just sexy. I have no other way to explain that. I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't
A storyline that made
expecting.
sense.
I wasn't expecting mediocre. That's what I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. I was
Well, I mean, you texted me, right?
Yeah, I texted you in the first like 3 minutes. Did this movie really start with Roadhead go wrong? Like or gone
Yes.
wrong? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it lost me in that first like 3 to 5 minutes.
All right. Before we start bashing the movie, I mean, it had good parts. It had. I liked the tiger
I was about to say,
idea.
yes, the tiger was a good part. Underused, but good.
I like the idea of a zombie heist movie.
Yeah.
Right? It adds another complexity to a heist.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I like that idea. It was a beautiful movie. I did watch the making of Army of the Dead on Netflix.
I watched
Like,
a few
right,
minutes of that too.
yeah, it auto played and I kind of just let it go, right?
Hmm.
But the CGI that they used, the recreation of Las Vegas, the technology that they used to make Las Vegas feel real, it looked beautiful, right?
Hmm. One thing that bothered me though, like, um, just visually speaking, they cut like there were a lot of back and forth quick cuts, a lot of out of focus shots, and a lot of shaky cam. And sometimes all three of those were happening at the same moment. I had a point early on in the movie. It got better, I'd say, in the after the first half an hour. But there was a chunk early on that I was like, I'm nauseous.
I kind of understand what you went through as well. Unfortunately, I kind of zoned out in the middle of the movie, so there was a lot of phone action while I was watching this.
I
So,
paused it a few times. I might have been making breakfast and walked back into the living room, press play again, and
mm, yeah, it was disappointing for me just because of the intro, except for the roadhead, right? The intro where they're showing the zombies taking over Las Vegas and having the normal guys pick up guns, and they showed the picture that they were family
dude,
people,
I
and
wanted to
they,
see that movie. Like,
yeah.
that looked like the prequel movie that I wanted to see.
And then that ended, and Scott, Dave Bautista's character, is flipping burgers.
Yeah, with no
Yeah.
explanation. They say he got the Medal of Honor. He helped. Get people out of the city. Blah blah blah. And he's just flipping burgers, and he just cuts it off and goes, "I'm well aware of my situation." Okay, well, how'd you get here? Why are you in a
Right.
little burger joint on a strip in the desert flipping burgers? Why aren't you doing
Yeah.
anything else in the world?
Yeah. I mean, he saved a general, an admiral, somebody high up in the chain,
Something
right?
like that. And they showed all these moments in the movie with half of the cast of the movie doing shit in what should have been the prequel movie, and they were all just living these shitty, lower than mediocre lives.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's a statement on maybe like veterans
Hmm.
and stuff in our current timeline right now, but it didn't have the impact either. It was kind of just like side story,
Yeah.
an afterthought kind of a thing. So,
Yeah, it gave no explanation as to how or why any of them wound up in the situations they were in. There was no emotional resonance. Like, it just, okay, this is a thing. Like, this just happened.
mhm.
Like, how did it happen? We don't care.
I highly doubt that they could have encompassed Las Vegas with shipping containers and actually held the zombies off.
Oh, no way.
Like that was unrealistic to me.
And I was surprised, for as bloody as all those opening scenes were, the last of the opening scene where they dropped the shipping container on like 10 zombies and the two people,
Hmm.
not even a drop of blood from under the shipping container came out. You know what scene I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yep, it was just like,
It's mm.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, okay is kind of the theme of the movie.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like a lot of it was a little half-assed.
That's kind of what I feel like, but
All right, but
hey.
but what did you well, okay, wait. Let's start out with what was the story and like what happens in the movie? I'm going to sit here and drink and listen to you describe Army of the Dead to me.
All right. So the government was transporting the alpha zombie in a caravan. Name the four horsemen. So, apocalypse, four horsemen, foreshadowing. Great. Very secretive, all that stuff. And I love that the two main guys, I'm gonna say they were the commanding officers.
Yeah.
Or something. They're just joking around and whatever. They're not paying attention, and this couple, newly married, the woman is giving head to her husband, and they swerve. And because these two men are distracted about talking about aliens and what they're carrying, they get into an accident.
Yep.
And this container, gets compromised. I love the radio chatter between the dispatcher, I guess you want to say.
Yeah,
and
it's all
commanding
calm
officer.
and cool and collected, and yes, horseman, please wait for a response. Horseman, get the hell out of there now! You are to abandon. Like, run away!
Yeah.
Run as fast as you humanly can.
Yeah. And, of course, they get hunted down by the zombie, and then it shows them coming back to life, and then
it was so
pan.
I have to interrupt because it was so BS too. They ran like 50 feet away. They ran over like a ditch and turned around, and one of them went, "We've run far enough."
Yes.
You just watch this thing like run 30 miles per hour and rip the necks out of like 9 people. You have not run far enough. You will never run far enough. Shut up and shoot yourself in the face. Like, just save yourself from the misery.
So you have to imagine highly trained, very elite Marines? Rangers?
Military of some type?
Whatever. Some type of military, right? Highly trained. You have to assume that if it's this clandestine of a mission, that they would be the best of the best, right?
Yep.
The guy gets winded after going over a hill.
Yeah. It's like they literally run 50 feet and he's tripping on himself and getting winded, and that was so frustrating right in the beginning.
Anyway, yeah. Started off shaky. I was like, okay, well, maybe it's more of a satire that they're going to have some fun with it and, like Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that. But no, they pan to Las Vegas. Then they have a great opening, like the movie that we wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
The musical entry, credits, kind of the introduction. Great. I was like, okay, this is picking back up. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, there was like character development in like single shots.
Yeah, it was great. And then it grinds to a halt for the next, 60 minutes?
Yeah, I was about to say, 40 plus minutes.
Yeah, Tanaka, Bly. Yeah, he's supposed to be the billionaire that comes in and, heist. Go get my $200 million that I already got insurance money for, right?
Yeah.
Decent, not decent, cliched plot point, but, it's a zombie movie. So as long as they go in and they kill a whole bunch of people or a whole bunch of zombies and have fun with it, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
right?
I don't need a lot in setup in my zombie movie.
I mean, so they and his Scott's daughter is the person that gets him into the quarantine zone.
Yeah, Dave Bautista's daughter.
Yeah, and then they just walk into one of the containers and there's a door there that's blocked by a piece of wood.
Yeah, an army of zombies, and that's all that's holding them out, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, they try to explain it that, the zombies, they get dried out in the sun and stuff like that. Okay, fine. I'll take that premise. I'll go with that for now.
Okay, but here's something. And spoiler for the rest of the movie, because I don't care about spoilers. They set that up in the beginning.
Because we haven't spoiled anything?
No, we were spoiling everything, I know. But still, Chekhov's gun. All right, they set up that, okay, all these dry out, but when it rains is when the real trouble happens.
Right.
It should have rained
That would have been better,
Yeah.
I think.
Like, climax of the
That
movie, it starts to freaking drizzle, and all the dried out hunks start to come alive again.
that would have been a better movie.
Yeah, it was set up for that, and it didn't deliver.
Hmm.
Like, you know the concept of Chekhov's gun. If in Act 1, you show a gun on the wall, like, Act 2, you have a reason to use the gun.
Yeah, I didn't exactly know what the law was, but thank you for explaining it.
No, that just upset me so much because I wanted that so bad, and I actually had it spoiled
That
for
would have
me
been
ahead of time
great.
that it wasn't gonna happen.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
But then they, Coyote,
Mm-hmm.
apparently she knows the inner workings of all the zombies, and they're like, we have to negotiate with them. And he shoots the jackass security guard in the leg and offers enough for tribute.
Yep.
And that's enough, right? To get them through the territory.
Yeah.
No conflict, no nothing. They get to the casino. They shoot a few of the zombies that are in there that they're calling shamblers. I guess
The slow moving
the
zombies.
weaker ones. Yeah, the slower ones.
The way I took it in this movie, like the way they play it off, is so there was the alpha zombie from the beginning. When he bites a zombie, well, he was like the king zombie. Anybody he bites becomes an alpha. Anybody that they bite are a lower level, and so on and so forth. Like, they become dumber and weaker the lower down the chain.
It's a gigantic reverse pyramid scheme.
Pyramid Scream?
Scream. We can go
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Scream.
no, I
I'm
like
okay with
Pyramid
that.
Scream.
Yeah, but like that middle portion, there was nothing interesting about it. They kind of do some character development. Like they pick up Guzman and Chambers, and they're part of the team. I guess they're extra muscle. Dieter, I like Dieter. He was funny. The locksmith, right?
Oh yeah, no, he was cute and funny. Which
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him in anything. I actually have him up in the corner of my screen here. Matthias Shaw. I'm not saying that word.
Look, there's two dots above the O. I don't know how to
Yeah.
pronounce that.
I got nothing.
Yeah, there's way too many consonants stringed together. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, but he was cute and fun. I enjoyed him.
Yeah, his character was fine. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I feel like they wanted to be serious, but then they kind of wanted comedy in there. Like they put the father daughter relationship with Scott and what was the daughter's name? Kate, right? And if you jump to the ending, you have that tearful, oh, he got bitten, I gotta kill him now kind of a thing where he kind of semi redeems himself, and I'm just like,
which I want to talk about. Like, we can pretty much skip the whole middle section of the movie because it's just nonsense. Right. Like, it almost felt like filler for like an extra half an hour, 40 minutes. Like, this was an over 2 hour movie. Like, it's 2.5 hours.
I don't even know how. Was it 2.5 hours?
Yeah, and like an hour of this movie just felt like filler.
Holy shit! It was a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah. That's how like I ended up watching it in pieces because I had shit to do. Like,
yeah,
it did not grab my attention strong enough at any point. And the relationship between Dave Bautista's character and his daughter, Kate. One, let me ask you, did she come off as robotic to you as she did to me? Like she didn't have real human emotion?
I feel like half the characters were like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just the script or the situation being out in the heat all the time, but there was not a lot of emotion in this movie where there should have been.
I don't know. I think mm, yeah. I don't know if it was the script or the chemistry between the cast, or I don't know. I never really connected with the characters while they were trying to give us some backstory and try to force a connection. I felt none.
Yeah.
So I really didn't care when any of them died,
No,
and they all die.
something was pointed out to me, like, first I'll say, like, my girlfriend came into the room when I was like halfway through the movie, sat down with me for like 10 minutes, and she's like, "This is the worst zombie movie I've ever seen." Like, what, why are you doing this? And it was after discussing it with her that I realized why you should like a zombie movie. Because I actually sat there and debated, like, when's the last time I liked a zombie movie?
Mm-hmm.
You should like it for the interaction of the characters, like the human drama. Like,
Of trying to survive together or whatever,
yeah,
right?
and we weren't getting that at any point in the movie. Like, they tried to force it in a couple of times, but it was also not real. Like,
Mm-mm.
I don't know how to say it. Like, it just didn't work.
I got the same exact impression as you did.
Yeah, what
But
just disappointing.
look, I'm not the biggest buff on zombie movies, but I do enjoy a good horror movie once in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not I haven't watched all of the classic ones like uh what was the original one? Night of the Living Dead
Uh,
in 1968. And most people say that's like the birth of the modern like zombie movie genre,
mm-hmm.
right? I don't think I've watched a zombie movie that wasn't made before like 2000,
See,
right? I've never watched these classics.
I think I'm more of like when I was really sitting down and thinking about it, like I like the comedic zombie movies, the like the Evil Dead trilogy or
Evil Dead is good.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is a classic, and Simon Pegg and what was his other guy's name?
I hear you clicking. You figured that out.
Yeah, I got it. Uh,
But like I watched the Evil Dead TV series too, at least 3 seasons of it. I think it ended at the 4th or 5th season. I watched 3 or
right.
4 seasons, I forget. Like, but I mean, that's fun, and playing with the horror and zombie genre is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie, not only was there no real emotion throughout it, there was no fun. Like, it had moments where it seemed like it wanted to be fun, but it just never got there.
I mean, I like the satire zombie movies. They're great. Like Zombieland,
Yeah.
one of my
Yeah,
favorite
Zombieland.
zombie movies. Yeah. Like Planet of Terror. Like, who doesn't want to see Rose McGowan with a machine gun leg,
Yeah.
And it's Tarantino. You have to have fun with Tarantino
Yeah.
movies, right?
In this movie, it gave us like a zombie queen in a freaking like Vegas stage show dress and a white tiger zombie. Those should have been fun.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, they just weren't. Like
Mm.
I'm so upset by it. Like I had some hope going into this movie.
But even if you get away from satire, like, did you ever watch I Am Legend with Will Smith?
Yes.
Yeah, like that cast of three
Yeah,
people total,
pretty
right?
much, yeah. I mean, 5 if we're counting the like the head quote unquote zombie and his girlfriend.
Yeah, okay, yeah. For majority, there's extras from the beginning history, and then when they get to the safe house,
Hmm.
which is that's a second ending, I believe. But anyway, I got more connection with Will Smith being alone for majority of the movie than this movie. Like,
Dude, the dog was the best part of that movie. Well, Will Smith and the dog.
oh, yeah, that relationship I felt for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, even those like serious movies. Let's see. I Am Legend, 28 Days Later.
Now, I never
Like,
got through 28 Days Later.
really?
Yeah, I know of the story, but it was one of those that I think I had to watch like part of it for a film class,
Hmm.
and but they just had us watch like half an hour of it, and I
Okay.
just never went back to it after that.
Yeah, but I mean, what's his name? Cillian Murphy. Like, he gave a great performance. Like, he wakes up from a coma. It's a new world. There's an apocalypse. Like,
Yeah,
they're trying to survive. Like that had drama in it.
yeah,
That had emotion in it. Right? I enjoy serious zombie movies because of the thriller aspect of it, the drama aspect of it. Army of the Dead had no comedy, no satire, and they try to force some drama in there that I think fell very flat.
yeah. I would have thought, what's her name? Tig Notaro, the helicopter pilot.
Oh, I like that character a bit
Well,
just because she was wacky.
yeah, and she's a comedian and a comedic actress,
Right.
but they didn't actually give her too much comedy to work with.
Uh, she didn't have a lot of screen time, man.
No, she didn't. And we saw her for like a minute and a half near the beginning of the movie. She
Mm-hmm.
had one good set of dialogue like an hour into the movie, and then she was a part of the movie for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the escape because she was the helicopter
Yeah.
pilot.
And then she unceremoniously just dies. Like every other character in this movie.
Yes. All the deaths are inconsequential.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there are, it's a zombie movie. Everybody dies. It's inconsequential. It's fine. But none of the deaths had an impact for me. I'm just like, oh, they died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. It's like, I mean, it was Dieter, the safecracker, that I almost felt something for when he died. But
That's because he was the lovable, naive boy character.
yeah, like, and he threw what's his name? Vandero, the
Into the
muscle
safe.
guy
Yeah,
with the
Vandero.
buzzsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he threw him into the safe to save him from the
Yo,
zombies. But
am I did I not did I miss the part, but did he not use that chainsaw at all?
I was thinking that too. Like he used it in the like those opening clips of the movie. I don't think he actually used it in the rest of the movie. I'm like, did I just not pay attention?
I mean, that could possibly be the explanation, yes, but I don't remember him like using it. He was always shooting a gun.
Yeah, he was like always carrying it. They made a point of always showing somebody picking it up and like maybe him taking it away from somebody else. I mean, they made a
Mm-hmm.
point of he dug it out of the desert. Like it was his baby. But there was
And
no actual significant scene of him using it to my memory.
yeah, mm, I don't remember it either. Look, look. There have been some great zombie movies, and I have to put this in because I'm Korean, but Train to Busan,
Oh, Train to
come on.
Busan? I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. It's horror done well,
Hmm.
right? They're. Did you watch Snowpiercer?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of like that concept. They're kind of trapped on a train with a zombie apocalypse happening.
Yeah, isn't it like, is that the one that's kind of like nicknamed Zombie Train?
Yes, I think. I think they nicknamed it Zombie Train.
Unless there's another Zombie Train movie.
There absolutely could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trapped on a train. They're going car to car, and they're trying to survive. And like that had drama. It had action. It uh, that's a good movie.
Now, I'll say this
Yeah, I don't
one.
know.
The end of the movie is Kate, Dave Bautista's daughter. She like runs away when they finally crack the safe, which the timeline gets super thrown off for me there because supposedly when the nuke was going to be dropped on the city, they had an hour and like 25 minutes left. It was going to take half an hour to open the safe. They should have had more than 50 minutes at that point, which is way too little time to outrun a nuclear explosion. But okay, suspend disbelief. Um, she runs away to go find her friend who we know is not dead, but is probably dead, and who's like on the other side of the city. Dave Bautista and the gang have another quick zombie fight where half of them die because she ran away. And he wasn't escaping like they were supposed to. He was like, I need to go get my daughter. We turned our backs for 30 seconds and she's 5 miles away somehow. Um, and the characters she goes to save at the end of the movie, they don't even show her again. I don't know. They crash a helicopter. They show Tig Notaro's character dies, like one of the helicopter blades breaks and stabs through the helicopter. Dave Bautista
Mm-hmm.
got bitten by the king zombie.
Mm-hmm.
But her friend, what happened to her friend? Where was
D-
she in the end of the movie?
it's kind it's kind of funny you actually mentioned that because I watched that last like 10 minutes of the movie trying to figure out where the hell she went.
Yeah, she was in the helicopter when they took off. She was,
I was like, did she fall off at some point? I'm looking at like the frames, I'm paying attention, and I'm like, because she just straight out disappeared, and there's
yeah, I actually rewound the
nothing.
movie for like 5 minutes to be like, what did I miss? Where did she go?
Right. It just disappeared. Completely disappeared.
And like every character in the movie died because you went to save this woman. Like what?
No. The big twist. You're forgetting the big twist because the whole point of the mission
Oh yeah.
was to get blood of an alpha zombie so they can recreate them and make them a weapon. That was the whole point
But instead of
of
just getting the
Tanaka sending them
blood,
in.
Martin felt the need to decapitate the queen zombie who was pregnant.
Yeah, apparently they can procreate. I don't know. Zack Snyder mentioned it in an interview that they could procreate.
Yeah, but instead of just like, okay, I used like my fucking cable gun to wrap her up, I could just take a blood sample. No. I need to decapitate her and keep the head that keeps just going over and over again.
Also, in the most like unnecessarily brutal way. Like I
Yeah,
don't know what
used a
that
cable.
tool is called,
Yeah,
but yeah, you're using
like a cord to saw off the neck.
you had other options, dude.
Yeah, like
you
come on,
absolutely
you
had
guys
other
are on a
options.
zombie mission. Somebody has a machete or something just to do a swift cut.
You know, it would have been just I don't.
But and I actually didn't get that scene. He's with Coyote. and they just kind of like, the way I saw it, they just kind of wandered off to like keep patrol and then did this. And then after he decapitated the queen zombie, Coyote was like, "That's not what we talked about." I'm like, "Wait, did we talk about this? Did this? What was this a pre-established thing?"
No, they talked through the eyes. There was a lot of parts in the movie where they just kind of looked at each other and kind of just understood.
Look,
Yeah.
look, when I do that, that's me taking a girl home. All right, that's not me decapitating Queen Zombie.
Ah, please. You wish you could take a girl home just by staring at him.
I've got nice eyes. Wink, wink.
Okay, I can't deny that. But, look, you and I both agree. Major disappointment.
Mhm.
Like, I saw some of the ratings for the early releases and stuff, and I even told you that, you know, it got bad ratings. Like, I wanted it to be good, but there are movies that became cult classics. Like, the critics gave them bad scores, but like the general public loved it, right? So I was hoping it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
But no, the critics were right.
Yeah, in this case, I would say
So
critics are right. It's just not a good movie.
no, not at all. But
And I have to say,
I don't know.
that behind the scenes that they put on Netflix too,
Hmm.
I only watched a few minutes of it, but it kind of seemed like a jerk fest just for Zack Snyder. Like,
Yeah, they all thought it was the best zombie movie ever.
yeah, then they all talked about how if anybody in the world ever was going to make a great zombie movie, it's Zack Snyder, because that's where he got his start.
Yeah, I mean, his history's there, his pedigree's there.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead was a great movie.
It's very obvious, though, that none of them recorded any of that before they saw the final cut of the movie. They were still out in
I
the
don't think
desert
so.
in Las Vegas.
Hmm. Hey, what movie did Dave Bautista pass up to do this one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure
Yeah,
he
he
regrets
passed
it,
up
though.
another. Yeah, he passed up another decent movie to do this one. So
I'm curious about
yeah,
that. I want to look that up. But
yeah, I could look it up real quick.
like
But
Dave Bautista, actually, since he did Guardians, I mean, I've had fun watching him in things like big muscle-headed goofball. He was just not played well in this movie, unfortunately.
no.
I'm kind of like,
Oh,
though,
he was okay.
what?
Hold on, sorry, but he chose Army of the Dead over Suicide Squad. So
Oh,
eh, eh.
well, the new Suicide Squad that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, is it the new one? Hold on.
It's definitely the new one.
Yes. I want to say yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's got to be the new one. Is it the Suicide Squad?
It's the Suicide Squad. That's the new one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's up for debate then.
Yep.
We'll see how that movie is.
Which I can't wait to talk about that movie. That's gonna be a thing.
All right. Well, I think we've bashed this movie enough today. I
No, there's never enough. Zack Snyder, I'm sorry. Okay, look. There's a line, man, and you need to stop crossing the line. Or you need to actually cross the line. I need you to do something that's not crap.
commit to one thing and stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to mention
Yeah.
you cannot mention zombie movies without Resident Evil.
Oh, dude.
What is your thoughts on that movie franchise?
Can I wipe all those movies out of my brain or have them play on a loop? I'm not sure. Because they are just so bad.
Ew.
I mean, I remember enjoying the first one, but I think I was like 12 when it came out.
You know, we were talking about reboots last episode, right?
Uh-huh.
I would love a Resident Evil reboot where make it a trilogy or whatever, and they have a cohesive storyline.
That's asking too much.
But wouldn't you enjoy watching something like that, man?
I would, and but I think the problem is these days with the zombie genre as a whole, if you actually think about it, at least like basic zombies, it'd be so easy to take care of that in a day.
You really think so?
Yeah, I mean, we all act like the zombie outbreak would end up like ending the world in no time. But I mean, I remember just thinking the shot in the beginning of Army of the Dead where they're showing all the zombies crowded around the wall. You don't need to nuke that place. Drop some gasoline in a match. You would have taken out 100,000 of them in a second.
Okay. Don't you think the COVID pandemic shows that we cannot contain a virus for the life of us?
Okay, look. When the virus just involves shooting things in the head, I trust the US government could get that done.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I think realistically, if especially if it just started in one place, yeah, it might be an issue for like a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. It would be contained and taken care of pretty quickly. Life as a whole would relatively stay the same.
I have to disagree, man.
Yeah, you think so?
I think if COVID mutated into a zombie virus, we would all be dead right now.
I think a lot more people would be willing to,
believe it exists.
Yeah, all right, I'll go with that. Also, take actual, action towards it, if that was the case.
Okay, if COVID was more deadlier, you think people would be more prone to
Look, if COVID was making people into zombies, at the very least, all the anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers, we wouldn't have to worry about them after a certain time. Yeah, they'd all be...
You're not wrong.
Yeah, they'd all be taken care of. It's fine.
I don't know. I've lost some faith in humanity.
Yeah, can't say I didn't lose a little myself.
But anyway. All right. We need to call whoever we need to call to get that Resident Evil reboot working.
All right, but what's the plot here? What do we make?
Oh, no, you go through the games and follow that plot. Or make it a whole different plot. I don't care. Just make it a cohesive movie series.
So maybe one of the newer games where it's just the single-person storyline and it's taking place in a farmhouse. And you're really...
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, you're really only dealing with, 6 zombies. But...
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's an actual, horror movie.
No, put Raccoon City in there. Yeah, that's where it started. Put some lore in there and maybe start off in a farm, but then you end up heading to the city. I don't know. I'm not a movie director or screenwriter.
Now, I know you said Raccoon City, but my brain immediately went to Zombie Raccoon.
Why Zombie Raccoon?
I don't know. I want to see a zombie raccoon. Hollywood, make it happen. Let's do this. Come on.
Just because you saw a tiger raccoon doesn't mean Hollywood's going to make all the animals zombies. Okay.
A tiger raccoon?
Tiger raccoon? Is that what I said?
Yes.
It's been a long day.
Just because they both have stripes. No, I want to see a raccoon zombie.
Hold on. Hold on. I think a zombie raccoon would be more scary, though.
Yes.
Those things are fast.
Yeah, they
Well,
will get you. Okay,
yeah.
I will take back what I said about a zombie apocalypse being contained quickly if animals also get the virus.
Oh God,
And
rats,
yeah,
rats,
rats,
raccoons.
squirrels.
Oh,
Like, yo, I've had pet raccoons and pet squirrels. Those things will get at you quick and deadly if they want to.
weren't you like the raccoon whisperer?
Yeah, I speak raccoon. Not a big deal.
Yeah. I remember having a conversation with you where you actually like raised a family of raccoons.
Look, it started with me like feeding one raccoon. He got really fat, and then I realized he was a she, and then all of a sudden I had like 9 raccoon babies. And like
Uh,
6 of the 9 of them were super friendly. I, shit happens. I don't know. I just let things happen to me.
Shay, you are an interesting human being. You know that, right?
Yeah. I did that whole I speak raccoon
Uh,
thing as a joke too, and they all lined up in front of me and like just sat at my feet.
hmm. I don't think we need to do final thoughts on the video, on not the video, on the movie. I think we've hit it home that we
Yeah.
didn't enjoy it at all. It was a waste of 2.5 hours. I did not even know the movie was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah,
Jesus.
when I went to press play, I was like, "Oh, I'm in it for an afternoon."
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It was unfortunately it was a turd.
Mm. Did you finish the drink?
Yes,
How was it? Was it good throughout?
it was delicious. It stayed
Mm.
delicious. Actually, I never used tonic in almost anything. I think the tonic worked well with the melon. Um, little sweet, little salty.
A little salty, little sweet. Yeah, getting that contrast in there. I thought it might work. It was a gamble when I put the tonic in there.
Yeah, I'd be curious to try combos of this in the future for other drinks too. Plus, I just loved the color. It does straight up just glow. I didn't have a black light.
Mm.
Even without the black light, it glows.
Oh, I need you to send me a picture of that.
I'll make another. All right, yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that for you.
Well, I forgot to ask you. Like, I want to put the drinks on the thumbnails on our YouTube channel.
Oh, that works.
So, yeah, if you can send me pictures after you make them, that'll be great.
I'll make one more tonight. If anything, Amelia will drink it.
No, you don't have to make it tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it
But,
tonight.
yeah, of course you will. You freaking lush.
I can't help it. I was born
But,
this way, and it's delicious.
Oh, you are an interesting human being. I'm just going to keep saying that. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it there. Next week, Frank is going to join us again, and we're going to be talking about MODOK.
Yeah.
And that was a good series.
Yeah, no,
I
that'll
thoroughly
be a nice
enjoyed
change
that.
of pace from this.
And, you know, Frank and his freaking encyclopedia brain will just let us know how stupid we are.
Oh, dude, I'll just set it out there right now. I know very little of MODOK as a character overall. Frank's gonna like know his birth date, his whole backstory, everything. I know that going into this conversation.
Yeah, but I'm kind of very excited to talk about MODOK because it I'll save it for next week.
All right, buddy.
But yeah, let's call it a night there. You have anything else to say, Shay?
Check us out on all the things: Spotify, YouTube. We have an Instagram, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use.
You want to give me the password for that so I can help you out with that?
Yeah,
'Cause,
I'll figure that out
I can
for
do
you.
it here.
I thought I sent it to you, but I got you.
You probably did. But yeah, I mean, the best way, if you guys do like our podcast, subscribe on YouTube, press the like button, and listen on Spotify.
Yeah, just leave comments about how stupid we are. I'm down with that.
Especially Shay.
Yes, I'm very much the stupid one.
But thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Peace out.